Good day everyone, this is Jalop, a Bachelor of Science in Technology, Communication and Management student. Today, let's talk about cognitive dissonance theory introduced by Leon Festinger. So, take a look at this one. Did you know that the Aesop's fable is the source of the phrase the sour grapes illustrates by Leon Festinger? So, take a look at this video.
One day, a hungry fox came across a rich and luscious grapevine. A bunch of ripe grapes were hanging from a height, a good way above the ground. The fox made several attempts to jump up and pluck the grapes, but his efforts were in vain. Tired and hungry, he walked off grumpily and murmured,
"I am sure those grapes were nasty and sour. I am glad I could not reach them. They were definitely not worth eating."
It is easy to belittle what you cannot obtain. The fox spoke badly of the grapes only because he could not reach them and was forced to go away hungry. To lessen his disappointment of not getting what he wanted,
The cognitive dissonance
he
was
comforted
developed
himself
by Leon Festinger.
with the idea
Leon
that the grapes
Festinger
were sour.
was a 20th century psychologist. He was born on May 8, 1919, in New York City. He graduated from Boys High School in New York and earned his bachelor's degree from the City College of New York. He completed his master's and PhD in psychology from the University of Iowa, graduating in 1942. As a student, he attended classes led by Kurt Lewin, a psychologist who was developing by his concept of field theory. The notion that an individual's behavior is informed by present coexisting facts. Festinger worked with Lewin as a research associate at the university for 2 years before moving on to teaching at the University of Rochester in 1943. Cognitive dissonance, it is the distressing mental state that people feel when they find themselves doing things that don't fit with what they know or having opinions that do not fit with other opinions they hold. There are 3 hypotheses on reducing the dissonance between attitudes and actions. First is the hypothesis 1, which is the selective exposure. When we say selective exposure, it is a concept that is defined as the tendency of favoring information that pre-existing views while avoiding conflicting information. For example of this is the person who is smoking. Second is the hypothesis 2. The post-decision dissonance creates a need for reassurance. Post-decision dissonance is a close call. Decisions can generate huge amounts of internal tension after the decision. The third hypothesis is that the minimal justification for action induces a shift in attitude. This hypothesis is a claim that the best way to stimulate an attitude change in others is to offer just enough incentive to elicit counter-attitudinal behavior. The best example of this one is that a classic experiment with a life for $1 by Leon Festinger and James Carl Smith. So, just take a look at this video first.
In the mid-50s, Leon Festinger and his colleague Merrill Carl Smith conducted a classic experiment in which students were engaged in very boring tasks. The students were then given a request by one of Festinger's staff.
Okay, that's fine. Let me tell you now what we're actually studying here. It's the effect of preparatory mental set on performance. The rest of the subjects are prepared by being told that the experiment will be very interesting and enjoyable. In fact, lots of fun. Now I have a somewhat unusual request to make of you. The next subject is waiting right outside, but the fellow who ordinarily gives the spiel isn't here. I wonder if you could possibly take his place. As a matter of fact, we figure we'll be needing someone in the future, so I'd like to offer you a $20 retainer and have you remain on call for us. Would that be all right?
$20? That'd be fine.
Half the students were randomly assigned to the group that received $20 for lying that the experiment was fun. The other half were given only $1 for lying.
$1 as a sort of a retainer and have you remain on call with us. Would that be all right with you?
Yes, that'll be all right. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you will learn from it. So, for more information, just email this address at your screen. So, thank you. Bye-bye.